Today on Yester Kitchen, I am going to make you one amazing, very bold appetizer right out of the 70s. And I'm trading in my martini glass for a wine glass. You're going to love it. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Jill and this is Yester Kitchen. If you're new here, welcome. It would be an honor to have you join us as we explore retro history through food. So today's episode of Yester Kitchen is sponsored by Bright Cellars. It's a monthly wine club where they deliver personalized wine selections right to your door. I kid you not, it's amazing, and we are going to unbox that in just a few minutes, and I am also going to give you one amazing discount. But for now, if you're going to have wine, you need to have an appetizer. I have a great one for you right out of 1979. The flavors are very bold, it's very different, but I know you're gonna love it. So as you know, I love the 1970s, especially the 1970s cocktail parties. They were so easy. You have a drink in one hand, you have an appetizer in another, you mingle all night. It doesn't get any better than that. And so I've been sharing with you for a couple of years now amazing recipes for appetizers for your cocktail party, and today's no different. Today we're going to make something called garlic Provençale, and it's literally a spread of garlic on toast. So I'm just going to show you right now. I have 4 slices of buttered toast at ready. For you that are very plain eaters, this might challenge you a bit, but I promise you'll like it. I have a small saucepan. To that I am going to add 1/4 cup of olive oil, and you're just going to let that, you want to make sure everyone's in the pool. You just want to make sure that warms up. So let's give it about 2 minutes. So it's been about 2 minutes. Now, you really don't want your oil boiling at all. You just want it, just, there it is, just warmed up. You can tell because it just very, very faintly shimmers on top. Okay, to that, I have 2 heads of garlic. Now, what I did was I separated the cloves, but I did not peel them. Because at the end, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the peels when they're done and you're gonna squeeze the garlic right on the bread. So, in goes the garlic. Now you're gonna let that simmer, saute, just keep it on low heat. But this is where the garlic starts to soften, and actually the garlic flavor when it's cooked like this totally mellows out. You don't have that very, very strong garlic flavor. So we're just gonna let this saute about 2-3 minutes. Okay, it's been a couple minutes, so as you can see, nothing much has happened yet. You're just getting them started. But it smells so fabulously garlicky in here. Okay, to this, you're gonna turn your fire up a bit. You're gonna add a 1/2 cup of white wine, and if you are gonna use your Bright Cellars box, I highly recommend doing that because you need to cook with wine that you like to drink. Don't buy the cheap stuff just to cook because you're still gonna taste the flavor. To that, I have a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground pepper and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And now all I'm gonna do is just stir that around, get it all incorporated. And now we need it to come to a boil, so just kind of babysit it until that happens. All right, our garlic is happily boiling. You want to make sure all your garlic cloves are on one even layer because you want the garlic in the sauce cooking, and that's how it softens up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the fire down to like a simmer. We're going to cover it, and this thing is going to hang out for about 15 minutes. So it's been, for me, I let it go for about 20 minutes because you don't want the garlic to be mush, but you do want it to be softened. How do you know? Here is my pot of garlic. And you just want to take your knife, just a butter knife, and just kind of test them out. You can tell if they're soft or not. Okay, so now what we do is we take a cute little bowl and we take a slotted spoon, right? So all that wine sauce can stay in the pot. And you're just gonna get every last garlic clove out. Oh my God, you guys, it smells so good in here. And when we put it together, I'm gonna be so happy. I know you're gonna be so happy. Okay, so now we've got all our garlic cloves out. We have our toast, but I did one step further. I cut them into diagonals because, oh, how very 70s is that? And I know you're saying, wait a minute, Jill, you told me when I'm using bread I need to cut off the crust. On this one you don't. It actually gives it like a barrier because we're gonna pour sauce on the top. Instead of just like a traditional canapé where you put cheese or some kind of cream cheese, some kind of thick cheese, we're just putting the wine sauce on the top. So you need your little barrier. And I hope it don't burn my fingers. And actually some of your garlic is gonna come out of the paper. It just happens. So we're gonna take a garlic bulb and you're gonna put it right on the bread, just like that. And then you're gonna take your trusty knife, just a butter knife will do. You wanna just kind of spread it. Because now it's spreadable. It's not like peanut butter or anything, but it is spreadable. Then take a little serving plate and we're gonna put our garlic toast right on there. Okay, so here's where this part makes me very happy, and I think about maybe 60% of you will be happy. You take an anchovy, yes you do, and you lay it right across the garlic. Okay, so I hear from you. I know there's a lot of you out there that do not like anchovies. It's a love it or hate it thing. I'm in a definite no love it camp. If you love anchovies, you're gonna love this dish. And I already know what you're gonna ask, can I leave them out? Of course you can. It won't have the exact flavor this particular appetizer was meant to be, but the wine and the garlic and the bread and the butter and the parsley that we're gonna put on top, it makes it. So you'll be fine, you'll be just fine. Now, all you're gonna do is with that glorious wine and butter, wine and olive oil that's been simmering in the garlic, you're just gonna put a tiny bit on top. And I've got about 2 tablespoons of pretty finely chopped parsley here. You just want a little bit right on the top. That's it. It does need to cook for a little while. Other than that, it is silly easy. Garlic Provençale. It's truly amazing. Oh my God. The wine, the olive oil, the anchovies, the garlic, everything is spectacular. You gotta try it. Get some 70s on. You're gonna love it. And now that we have our appetizer, now it's time to put something in this glass. And we are just about to unbox Bright Cellars. It's so great. I can't wait to show you. Okay, our appetizers are ready. You wanna take a look? Look how cute they are. I made them in a pinwheel. And they're just fabulous. Oh, and by the way, you wanna serve them hot. And now that we have our appetizer, let's talk wine. So Bright Cellars. Bright Cellars is such a cool company. It was started by 2 MIT grads who created this algorithm because they want people to discover wines they like. So really all you do is you take this 30-second quiz. It just asks you a few questions of what you like, and it will pair you up with wines that you're pretty much guaranteed to like. They even ask you if you want all reds, all whites, or a mix. And I love reds, so I went with reds. And I've got 4 in this beautiful box that's barely big enough to hold the 4 bottles of wine, so you know it's earth friendly, not a lot of extra packaging. Actually, I'm gonna keep you guessing for 1 second. See, here's my personal problem. I know how to cook, and I know how to make cocktails. Wine, I love wine, but I just don't know a lot about wine. So usually when I go to the store, guilty, I pick it by the label. And sometimes I'm happy and sometimes I'm not. So Bright Cellars is all about, besides giving you personalized wine selections to your palate, about educating you about wine. So let's open this thing up. And you can see how cute it shows up in. Look at that. There we go. There you go. This is your monthly package. And on the very top are education cards, which I will get to in 1 second. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the wine. I have 4 bottles of wine here. So easy. First one is a gorgeous Syrah, Stone Lantern. Ooh, I gotta get in closer so you can see that beautiful, beautiful label. Next, I have another Syrah, which I happen to love, by a company called Nihilist Wine Company. And they are from Lodi. But don't worry, we're gonna find out so much more about these wines. Next, I have Worldline, which is a Tempranillo, which I absolutely love. I'm so excited. And then we have our last bottle is another Syrah, like a vineyard called Silverscape. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so let me get this box out of the way and we're gonna talk wine. So Bright Cellars seriously takes the guesswork out of wine. You're not like sitting in the wine department like a deer caught in the headlights. They're brought right to you. Okay, so they're huge on education. So based on my quiz, I was given, and like I said, they have wine all over the world. I was given 3 California wines and 1 Washington wine, 3 Syrahs and a Tempranillo, and I know I'm gonna like it. As a matter of fact, hubby and I cheated. We couldn't wait. So let me show you what you get. So this is the wine we chose to open. And this is called Worldline. Whoop, let me show you, Worldline. It's that beautiful label, look at that. And then with that, you get an education card. The front end is exactly the label, and the back end tells you where it's from, it tells you what it is, it gives you flavor notes, it tells you what it pairs well with, exactly where it's from. I mean, it just gives you all the information that you would ever want. And I have cards cards. Where's my cards? Cards. So you will know exactly what you're getting, where it's from, what you can eat it with. And I've already tried the Tempranillo. And after every box of wine, you can go back online and get feedback about your wines. And all that's going to do is feed into the algorithm, and it's going to dial in your preferences more, and your next shipment is going to be even better than the one before. So here's what I've got. I was given a 60% discount to share with you guys. It's right down below. On your first delivery, you will get 60% off, which means $38 for 4 bottles of wine, really 4 great bottles of wine paired just for you. It doesn't get any better than that. And with their delight guarantee, if you don't like one of the bottles of wine, highly unlikely, but if you don't like one of the bottles of wine, they'll send a replacement bottle in your next shipment. So it really doesn't get any better than that. I encourage you to try Bright Cellars. It's actually a cool concept, great wines, and I'm kind of loving it. So even though I opened the Tempranillo, here it is. Oh, it's so good. They have literally dialed in my palate. So I can't wait to try these 3. Oh, I can't wait. If you would like to experience more dishes from your childhood or just the past, I invite you to subscribe. I release new videos every week. In the meantime, there's some more retro dishes for you. And remember, every dish, even garlic Provençale with Bright Cellars wine, has a story. I will see you in the next video.